Hello and welcome to Cruise Control, your on-air automotive magazine. It's that time again to head out on the road and check out what's going on in the automotive industry. As always, with me is Les Jackson. Les, how you doing?
Hey, great, Fred. Great. We have lots of things going on in the automotive world. And what the heck? We should start by telling people what Jeep is up to, because they're always up to something.
Yes, Les, that's right. And, we have been talking about affordability on the show, and kind of good news if you're thinking about buying a Jeep. Jeep cuts the Wrangler's price to ward off Bronco sales, which have been getting very close to home for Jeep. And Ford is responding by releasing the Bronco RTR that could be considered a less costly Raptor. Meanwhile, over at Jeep, they show another special edition. So it's kind of a back and forward type of situation, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, we always have like these little battles between the car companies. It's fun, and you get some great products. However, which I think was a great product, is saying bye-bye. Stellantis switches off all plug-in hybrids and says goodbye to the Dodge Hornet.
Yeah, it just didn't it didn't fit with their lineup. And
no, it didn't.
We'll talk a little bit about this. Plug-in hybrids are going out of favor for sure. And then we'll have some pricing on Mazda's CX-5 for 2026. And Kia's Telluride for the 2027 model year. Hard to believe, 2027 model year, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be larger.
Of course.
Where does this end? And a data dump. We talked about this a while back. Toyota got sued for selling drivers' information. So that's a good thing, I think.
Well, it is going to be a topic we're going to talk a lot about on Cruise Control Motoring, because manufacturers are looking for ways to keep the money coming in after the sale.
Yep.
That's one way they're thinking about doing it. We'll tell you what happened in this situation. And then true, the Corvette ZR1X is an official street legal 8-second quarter-mile car. They actually did some runs at the quarter mile, 8 seconds. I mean, it's like a super comp car for the street that you can put license plates on and have air conditioning and still go though fast.
Just phenomenal. Wait till you hear the 0 to 60 time and the distance. Anyway, Honda gets into the RV business, and this is pretty cool. I like this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And also, we'll take a look at the last American-made V12-powered vehicle and what caused its demise. So all that and more on Cruise Control Motoring.
Well, Fred, guess what? Jeep has slashed the Wrangler prices because Ford just keeps getting into their territory and they don't like it. So the Wrangler Sport S is now priced $1,350 lower than last year.
Okay, good news.
Which I imagine if I bought one last year, I wouldn't be too happy.
Not good news for people that did, yeah.
That's right. And several options have become more accessible. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing this a lot, even with Ram and some of the other Stellantis manufacturers. They are kind of just working the numbers and the packaging around, but it is a way to just make things more affordable. And this is going to become a big word in the auto industry for 2026. As you know, there were going to be some manufacturer CEOs talking to Congress about why are cars so expensive? Why is the average transaction price at $50,000 or maybe a little bit over? And this is one way they're dealing with it. They've done some packaging with Ram on some of their models to make some affordable, attractively priced models, sort of just moving the salad components around on the salad bar. But it's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, it is, except that you and I have noticed they keep making it up with higher and higher delivery fees.
That's
Uh,
true. That is so true.
yeah. Anyway, the fact is they're, as they say, reworking the option sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and you get all these other goodies which are options and or as they say added
Value.
features that you have to pay for. And the fact is that the Jeep, you can build a Jeep in 1,000 different ways,
Oh yeah.
uh, and that's fine. That's your choice, but it doesn't have to be the choice of everybody who goes in and buys a Jeep.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's right. And
uh,
of course, they dropped their hybrid drivetrains, which we're going to talk a little bit about
right,
in
right,
an upcoming story. So limiting some of the options, moving around some of the options, looking at take rates, what people want, and how many people are buying it. And, will it change people coming in and saying, just give me everything? Because a lot of people do that when they buy a vehicle. Give me every option you got, loaded up.
yep, yep. And what's interesting, and I wanted to bring this up because when I read part of what was going on, Jeep sold in 2024. They sold 151,000. The Wrangler. Last year they sold 167,000. Which
Okay.
you say, okay, well that ain't bad. But Bronco in 2024 sold 109,000. But then in 2025, 146,000. That's what scares Jeep
Yes.
because
Yes.
that's a big increase.
Big
And that,
increase.
those are lost Wrangler sales.
Well, if they were scared already, Jeep, of Ford Bronco sales, they're really going to be scared when they see what Jeep has released in the form of the Bronco RTR. Now,
Yeah,
this is kind of described as a more affordable Raptor Bronco. Where we don't have numbers on it yet, but they call it a high speed racer that won't break the bank. It's got all the good stuff. This is once again take the good things that people want in the Bronco Raptor and put it into a more affordable type of vehicle. RTR, of course, we've seen the RTR Mustang, um, which means that Ford is kind of building a sort of like the old ST used to be, where it was
that's right.
performance but more affordable. RTR seems to be that new brand. It's got great graphics. It's got beadlock looking wheels with lime green hoops on them. And it's got all kinds of great stuff, including the Haas 3.0 suspension with Fox internal bypass dampers as standard. 33-inch wheels. It's got the 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine with a 10-speed automatic. So they've really taken all the good things and, kind of put it into a handsome package and made it a lot more affordable than a Bronco Raptor. These are Evo 6 wheels. They're heritage inspired and specific to the RTR. I think Jeep might be a little worried on this. What do you think?
I think first it'd be an awful lot of fun to drive,
Absolutely.
and to me, it's kind of the going back a number of years. It's kind of the Boss 302 of Broncos.
Yeah.
Like you could go out and get a Cobra Jet Mustang or a Boss 302, and they were a lot of fun, very fast. And this, yeah, this is something uh, that is going to attract an awful lot of, let's say, spirited drivers.
Yes.
And why not? I mean, it's
Well,
if they can do it, I don't know what it costs, but
Well, we don't know what it costs yet. It is developed at RTR Vehicles. The founder, talk about a guy that likes spirited driving, Vaughn Gitlin Jr., that is his company, RTR Vehicles. And as I say, this is the second model. He built the RTR Mustang, now the RTR Bronco. It looks to be like a very, very, very productive arrangement with Ford. And they've done a lot of things too that remind me where the devil's in the details. They've taken added things like a 1,000-watt cooling fan. They've taken that from the Bronco Raptor and added a software-operated race-derived anti-lag system. If you recall, that anti-lag turbocharger system is what was on the RTR Mustang. So sometimes, it's great to take these all these good parts and pieces and kind of recombine them. It's like making a new sandwich out of 2 or 3 different sandwiches. And this is what this Bronco RTR is. I'm really excited to see what the difference in price is compared to the Bronco Raptor. I think it's going to be a pretty big difference with the RTR Bronco being much more affordable. And I think it's going to worry Jeep because I think they're going to just say, oh, no, if you thought it was bad already, get ready.
I think you're right.
Let's talk about what Jeep is bringing in. And, of course, it's their 85th anniversary, and they are bringing out a number of special editions. We talked about them. They have a new one, their 85th anniversary edition, and it's got plaid seats in it. I guess that's a throwback to some point in Jeep history. I'm not really sure about that. But this is the third of 12 special edition Jeep Wrangler models. They call that the year-long celebration 12-4-12 series. It's a good-looking Jeep. It comes with some notable features, including a standard convenience group with heated front seats, heated steering wheel. Who thought you'd ever have a heated steering wheel in the Jeep Wrangler? Remote start and keyless passive entry, standard Alpine premium audio, standard deep tip windows, Gorilla Glass windshield, which I wish that was in more vehicles so you don't get chips in the windshield. Heated mirrors, automatic headlamps, LED headlamps, LED daytime running lamps, and standard advanced safety technologies, including adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning.
That's right. And it does have doors. For those looking at the pictures, it does come with doors.
Doors are not optional. That's right.
No.
And the limited edition package, the limited run edition package, has a price. Wow, this seems like a deal of only $710 over a comparably equipped Wrangler. That sounds like a lot of cool stuff in there.
That is.
$710. I might take that deal. How about you?
For $710, you can't afford not to.
Now, when you look at the pricing on this, let's go through it again. $710 over MSRP, or above a comparably equipped Sport S with convenience group and Alpine audio. So the MSRP for the 85th anniversary edition starts at $46,300, excluding the $2,000 destination charge, while the Gladiator 85th anniversary model is only $1,005 over a comparably equipped Sport S Gladiator, with an MSRP starting at $45,820, excluding the $2,000 destination. While that sounds like a lot, there have been a lot of $50,000 and above Jeeps, and to keep it under that $50,000 price point is probably a good thing, don't you think?
I think so. They do know what they're doing here. This is a very attractive package. I think it will probably sell most of the buyers are going to go that route, which is what Jeep wants.
Sure.
And, good for them. 85 years. Wow. Uh, that's World War II, folks.
That's true. Yes, and they didn't have heated steering wheels back then or seats. They had the equivalent
No.
of probably a lawn chair, low back. You and I always
And
talk about the Jeep proving footage with the guys flying out
that's
of the
right. And
back.
they didn't have doors.
They didn't have doors. They didn't have much. You did get a shovel you could mount on the
You
fender.
got a jerry can and you got a shovel, uh, and sometimes a machine gun.
Yeah,
But
that's right. You get a
can't get
50
that
cal
anymore.
with a ring mount on it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that who knows? They got more special editions. Maybe that will be coming up. We don't know. One thing that won't be coming up in the Jeep lineup is the 4xe plug-in hybrid models. They've all been canceled, whether it's in the Grand
Yep.
Cherokee or the Wrangler. Stellantis is moving away from plug-in hybrids. It's funny, the trends come up now. Now people are moving away from plug-in hybrids. They will keep hybrids, but they're moving away from plug-in hybrids. The shine has gone off of them, Les Jackson.
It has. I think that's a lot of it's due to misunderstanding and pure laziness. They're perfectly happy with the hybrid. They don't really much, a lot of people don't really care about getting that first 20 or 30 miles on electricity alone,
Right?
enough to plug it in every night. So that's okay because still a hybrid is a terrific choice.
Yes, and as I always say, beyond the um, benefits of a hybrid, which include better fuel economy, drivability actually becomes better. You get that kick of electric power
Yeah.
off the line, and some of the shiftiness in the transmission, whether it be or if it's a CVT, some of that weirdness of the power not coming in right away is eliminated. It's kind of masked by the
Yeah.
kick of the electric motor, and by the time that motor is going, everything's been sorted out in the transmission, and you're off to the races. But what you're not going to be off to the races in is a Dodge Hornet. Of course, the Hornet
That's
was
right.
their version of the Alpha Tonale, the same vehicle. The Alpha Tonale eliminated its plug-in hybrid model. Now it's just a regular gas model. And over at Dodge, they just completely eliminated the Hornet. Absolutely,
Altogether.
completely. Yeah. Um,
Well, it just wasn't selling. By the way, it was a fun vehicle to drive. It's an Alpha,
mhm.
but it just didn't fit with the Dodge buyers.
No, no, it really didn't. The plug-in hybrid powertrain, by the way, was pretty good. 268
Hmm.
horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, and that's almost close to the Dodge Charger V6 engine output. But it just didn't resonate with people. They did trick it up with the interior and some of the loud graphics and loud exterior colors, but it just wasn't their thing. Like nobody went in there and said, "Hey, give me a Hellcat and with a Dodge Hornet Chaser," right?
Yeah, that's right. And sometimes you just choose to make or offer the wrong model.
Yeah, yeah,
And they tried. I really enjoyed driving one. It was probably 3 years ago, but most people didn't enjoy
yes,
it because they didn't drive them.
yeah. And it's interesting. There's a statement from Dodge, and if it gives you any indication of what's coming down the line from them, this was a quote. It said, "Dodge remains focused on its core multi-energy muscle lineup, including
Yep.
the all-new 550 horsepower Dodge Charger Scat Pack, 420 horsepower Charger RT powered by a 3-liter twin-turbo six-pack and in HO and SO engines, and a Dodge Durango 3-row muscle SUV with up to 710 horsepower and a 670 horsepower Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack, the world's quickest and most powerful muscle car. So, you kind of look at that and you see their future is not in small, compact SUVs or CUVs with plug-in hybrid drivetrains, right?
It's okay. They've admitted that it just didn't work.
Yeah, and move on.
It goes back to the alpha dealers, and no foul.
Let's take a look at one of Mazda's most popular models, and what's new for 2026. It's the Mazda CX-5. We got some pricing information on this. They always offer a lot of different models. In the case of the 2026 model year, they have the CX-5 2.5S, the 2.5S Select, the S Preferred, the Premium, and the Premium Plus, which is unusual these days to have so many different models.
It is. Usually you have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Not 5 or 6 or 7. And by the way, the prices reflect this. But all in all, the CX-5, which I think this is their most popular model, isn't it?
It is their best-selling crossover model.
Yeah.
And for 2026, it gets some nice upgrades, including improved rear seat and cargo space. I think those are much more important than the new dashboard applique or something like that. Those are usable features, right?
Yeah. And by the way, the starting MSRP is $29,990. That's down there in the affordable range.
Yeah.
Can't do very badly with that. That's the 2.5S model.
Yep.
And it's well equipped. Obviously, it's not super loaded, but it's well equipped for that money. And then from there, you can get the Select, which is just building off that, adding air vents in the rear seat, wireless phone charging.
Funny upgrade,
Apple
air
CarPlay.
vents in the rear seat. I mean, good, but
Yeah.
what do they cost to put in? Not
much, not much,
No.
but you go to the Preferred, you get 19-inch wheels, and power lift gate, which I think most people really want.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, memory settings for the door mirrors. I personally have never cared about that.
Mm-hmm.
Windshield wiper de-icer, yes.
Nice, but
yes, nice. And an active driving display. It's projected full color onto the windshield. So it's a heads-up display, basically.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
When you look at the spread of prices, it's not terrible. I mean, as you said, the CX-5 2.5S without the rear heat ducts starts at $29,990. The Select goes up to $31,990. The Preferred, which is, I think we're getting into the meat and potatoes area here.
I think most people, I think, will buy this range here.
$34,250. The Premium, S Premium, is $36,900, and then the Premium Plus is $38,990. So all of these, I believe, all of them come with that giant screen. Remember, we talked about this, how it looks like somebody attached their laptop to the dashboard. It's 12.9 inch. Which is huge.
That's I'm not fond of big screens. Neither are you, but a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Now and very typical of almost all the companies, if the paint colors you really want
Costs
are
more.
going to cost you 595 extra.
Yeah, that is, you and I have talked about the um, fact that destination charges went up and it's kind of a slush fund. Now, paint, I could see it costing more, and I know paint is expensive, but do you think that's a little bit of a slush fund too? People want the Soul Red. It's $500. Maybe it costs, I don't know,
Yeah,
300 because of it's tinted clear coat is what does that. The clear coat
yeah,
it's like a candy. It's like a candy paint basically, right?
it's terrific color.
So, I think paint that's become a big thing. If you look at any car, you get white or black for no additional money, and then after
That's
that,
right.
it's
And
400,
after
five
that, you
hundred
pay
dollars.
for it. You
Yeah,
pay for it. And if you want two tone,
you
you
pay
pay
more.
even a little more for it. But frankly,
It
if you're
looks cool.
spending $35,000 to get the color you really want and a two tone, if you can get it, it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, all in all, not bad, well equipped. Great news, new infotainment system. I never liked the infotainment system in the older Mazdas. Google
Yeah.
built in, but they still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. So it's one to check out if you're going shopping, and the
Yeah.
prices are not that bad. Now, a vehicle that a lot of people are going to check out is the new Kia Telluride. We have pricing on that. This is actually a 2027 model, and they're probably
Yeah.
sold out already. I would imagine, right?
They have a tough time keeping them in stock. They'll probably have a tougher time with the 2027 model, which is standard turbocharge, will be standard turbocharge. Um, 50 foot-pounds of torque, more than the previous one. Larger dimensions. One thing we need with
Is
a big
larger
three
vehicles.
row SUV is bigger. So more second row headroom,
Okay.
uh,
The roof is
leg
basically
class.
flat, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see that.
More leg room in the second row. Improved third row seat access. You can never improve that enough.
Hmm.
Uh, it's always tricky. More cargo space. Uh, I I just I laugh at how big these things are getting.
Hmm.
And then more different trim, wider tires, more goodies, and all this is going to cost you some money. And again, lots and lots of different models.
Yes, lots of models. Big lineup. Uh, some of them, uh, some of them front wheel drive only. So they've
Right.
kind of get in the lower range. Up to the EX, you can get front wheel drive only. Before we get into the pricing, Les, I just want to ask. I'm not a fan of this blacked out front. I don't know whether we're going to see other models. This is the X Pro, but it just looks like it's got no face. It's like somebody
Yeah.
put a blank off place there. I want you to take a look at this next week at the Washington Auto Show and see what you think of it in real.
I
Yeah.
will do that. I don't like it either. I really like chrome accents on the.
Or some
I like to
accent
see a,
of some
I like to
kind.
see a grill,
Yes.
uh, and to that because that's the character, that's the personality of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't like blacked out faces.
Yeah.
Blacked out wheels, okay,
Yeah.
but and blacked out rear valence, okay, but the front.
It
It better look a lot better than the pictures.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting that they went that way. Of course, the side silhouette is much more Range Rover, completely Range Rover. That
Oh yeah,
big, D panel, sail panel back there, the shape of the lights. I mean, I could see how they got more room out of the for the rear passengers. It's basically a flat roof. It does tilt back a little bit. Um,
Yeah, that's right. By the way, that sail panel should be blacked out.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I think I would go to the wrap shop and have them do that because
Yeah.
sometimes that looks good. I'm just wondering if there'll be other grill options. So we'll have to see. But let's get to the pricing on this because that's the main thing here we were talking about. The LX with front wheel drive starts at 39,190,
Hmm.
and then
That's
front
decent
wheel.
front wheel drive only.
Yep. And then the S front wheel drive is 42,090. The Now the first step at getting an all wheel drive model is the S all wheel drive at 44,090. And then you can get an EX for less at front wheel drive only at 43,790. And then EX all-wheel drive, which is probably going to be one of the value or the volume, I should say, models, 45,790. And then the one that we were talking about with the blacked out grill, that is the X-Line SX. I'm sorry, the X-Line EX all-wheel
EX.
drive, 47,290. You can actually get a SX front-wheel drive for 48,790. So actually, front-wheel drive only goes pretty high up the chain, which is interesting. And then you go into the X Pro SX, 53,690. The SXP all-wheel drive, 53,890. X-Line SXP, 54,890. And topping it off is the X Pro SXP, which is hard to say, XSP. But all-wheel drive at 56,790.
Yeah. Now notice how quickly we got way into the 50,000s.
Oh yeah. And
Now, granted, they can charge what they want. Frankly, the Telluride is so popular.
it's sold out already, probably.
Yeah, sure. And they're made in West Point, Georgia, which
Yep.
is
Huge
just down
plant.
the road.
Yeah.
But you're getting an awful lot in there. You're also paying an awful lot. But I think something this big does need to be all-wheel drive.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I know I have friends down south that said, "Oh, I wouldn't get all-wheel drive." I almost think you have to because the vehicle might be sold to somebody up north that would need it. So I would get all-wheel drive. I really would. But there's also going to be a Telluride hybrid, and that will be announced. Pricing on that will be announced in late Q1. So that will be even more expensive. But they will sell these things like hotcakes.
Yep.
They really
Yep.
will. It's basically the vehicle that boosted Kia up into the stratosphere, don't you think?
I'm very anxious. Next week is the DC Auto Show. I literally wrote the book on it, um, and I'll be there all day with the car companies, the PR people, and I'm going to check this out. I just it does not look good in pictures. The
The
blacked out
side looks
front.
okay. The side looks okay.
Yeah,
I
it
would.
probably looks okay because it has 3D, but I'm I'm a little wary of it.
Yeah, I would definitely at least go to a wrap shop and have them wrap the Kia logo with the body color. Something that matches the
Yeah,
body color.
yeah.
Something to give it a little punch there because it's just this gigantic black. And to me, that gigantic black front says work truck. It says that's
Hmm.
what when you see a pickup truck, it says, "Hey, this is just the tradesman. This is the basic vehicle."
It reminds me of a UPS truck, which should not be doing that.
No, that's not what I look for in a high-priced.
No, no.
Yeah, I don't think they did that. But hey, moving on, you and I have talked about this, how manufacturers really want to keep that revenue stream coming in. I believe last week we talked on Cruise Control Motoring about how some are sticking to that hated subscription model for things like heated seats and more power in the case of Volkswagen with some of their electric vehicles in Europe. And they just want to keep that revenue stream coming in, right? They want more of that.
Yeah.
Well, Toyota is being sued after a driver discovered that his data was being collected without his knowledge. And maybe not, he knew it was being collected, but he didn't know it was being sold. And it was being sold to insurers. When he went to insure the vehicle, they said, well, we have a full record on that vehicle already. And there's a lawsuit out. I think this is going to be a big story in the future. We've seen a change when you get those free apps like Google Maps or anything like that. I'm just calling that one out because it comes to mind. But, hey, we'll give you this free app and it does this great thing. Well, it's not free because they just kind of like you and say, you know what, I think you deserve a navigation system. No, that is being banked somewhere, information on you. Now, some of it, okay, yeah, so I drove to whatever place. Yeah, that, it doesn't really mean anything. But when it's used against you without your knowledge, that can be bad. This one article that was in CarBuzz talked about GM's smart driver program. It analyzed your driving behavior and gave a score at the end of every trip, kind of encouraging you to drive better. But it was a data goldmine for GM. They would sell this to people,
Yeah. The word sleazy comes to mind.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. If you're going to do this, you need to tell me you're going to do it.
Well, right. If we're going to be in a game, a competition, you need to tell me this is a game and a competition, and here's what we're doing. And it can't be, buried in those like disclaimers. Read this disclaimer. It's got to be really told to you exactly in real language that this could result in this. But the problem is, one of the things about this lawsuit, they're saying even when you opt out, you can't fully opt out. The only way to opt out is never buy a new car, buy an old analog car.
Right.
Now, that's bad because you don't get all the safety features or luxury features. And it's an old car.
It's an old car. It's eventually going to wear out sooner than the new car.
Right.
Except my wife's car, which is now 26 years old.
I'm there 2003 with mine.
Yeah. But then again, I'm the mechanic.
Same here. Yes. You just take care of things and do maintenance and stay ahead of things. Yes.
Not costing anything. But I'm 100% in buying old cars. I mean, what the heck? Glenn and I down at Woodbridge have 6 of them, but they're not driven every single day.
Right. If you were taking a 1,000-mile road trip, you would not go for the Cobra, as they.
No.
Even I would not do that. I'd be like, sure, that'd be fun, but it'd be fun for the first 50 miles.
It would be very exciting for about 10 miles.
I went a little longer. I went for 50, yeah.
Yeah, after that, and believe me, I've done it. If you drive a couple hundred miles in one of those things,
you're going to hate
it. It's like dog years.
Yes.
You feel it. You feel every every single
So that's
bump.
why you want to buy a new car that's comfortable, has heated seats, has
That's
heated
right.
steering
That's right.
wheel, has these things. Unfortunately, the pipeline of data may be open, and you may not even know it. But
Well, you don't notice it, and also a lot of this is nobody's sitting there realizing that their cell phone is sending data,
constantly,
well, constantly, not
yeah.
24 hours, but constantly.
If you bought a new vehicle and you wanted to go fast, and I tell you what, if you bought this vehicle, you better hope they're not monitoring you.
Boy,
Uh,
you'd better.
yeah, yes. Let's talk about the Corvette ZR1X. It is now the official 8.67-second car in the quarter mile that you can put license plates on and go fast. An 8-second street legal car from the factory with a warranty.
This
That
is just
There's the time slip right there.
extraordinary. Just
159 miles an hour trap speed. That is,
yeah, just this is extraordinary. And to make it even more extraordinary, this does 0 to 60 in 1.68 seconds.
all right. Let's put
It,
that
it
in
it
perspective.
took me 3 times longer to say it
Yeah.
than it just did
Well,
0 to 60. And it did it in 100 feet.
and
That's,
here's the thing. I went to Frank Hawley's drag racing school. We drove super comp dragsters. They were like a
yeah,
1,000-pound car with I think at the time, a 650 horsepower 454 in the back, a dragster. This is
yeah.
just very lightweight frame chassis.
Whew.
It's as wide as your shoulders. That's the kind of times they were doing. I think I did like 165 in the quarter mile, and in an 8-second time, right, time frame. They're right around that. I did not have heated seats. I did not have
I bet you
XM
didn't.
radio. you know,
And,
uh,
and you didn't have a comfortable seat.
I didn't know it was no padding in it whatsoever. So put that in perspective. That is amazing, and and you can take that car and drive it anywhere you want, basically. So once again,
That's remarkable.
this is the
Just remarkable.
quickest production car in the quarter mile. I mean, there are some that are faster, being the Rimac Nevera R, which is 7.90 seconds. By the way, when I first started going to drag racing, nitro funny cars were going that fast in a quarter mile. So
This
put
is,
that,
and by the way, when you're getting when you're getting the ZRX1 or 1X is accelerating 1.75 Gs. You're getting close to 2 Gs, twice your weight,
right.
which starts having tunnel vision.
Oh, yeah.
Now, having been launched off of catapults on aircraft carriers, which sent me, uh, to 0 to 120 in 2 seconds,
Right.
I can tell you this is not comfortable.
No, and I tunnel vision. I
You
definitely
you
got
felt
tunnel
you
vision.
felt it. Yeah.
Yeah, it started to close in, like, and I was like, wow. I remember doing
Yeah.
it, enjoying the race. Is like, well, that's weird, isn't it? That's
And
different.
you'll black out at
Yeah.
some point.
Yes. Yes. It was. You had to first pull the parachute, and then you never hit the
Then
brakes on those cars until the very
no.
end to slow it down, because there's no brakes on the front, and you'll start bouncing. And you definitely just the parachute would immediately it was immediately like somebody hooked a chain to the back of you and a dump truck was
Yeah.
being pulled behind you.
That's
It was like,
again,
whoa.
that's very much like the trap wire on the carrier when
Oh,
you're landing.
yes, yes,
You,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But to do this in a street car, I mean, and the starting MSRP, since we love telling you prices of this, is $209,700.
I think this is a bargain, honestly.
Yeah, because you get a race car and a street. You can go drag racing and
Yeah.
and
And you
have
can
it on the street.
take it. You can take it to Whole Foods and and get a bunch of get an estimate on a piece of cheese. Uh, and
That's funny.
and but the fact is, you can do this. You can drive this every single day.
Yes, it's
And
true, and it is
that's
amazing.
extraordinary.
And
It really
hey,
is.
if you haven't ever driven one of these C8s, the Stingray accelerates tremendously.
They're
So
tremendous. Yeah.
yeah, so and that is the slow one with the Z51 performance package. 0 to 60 is 2.9 seconds. Man, that's like walking, right?
That is that's fast.
Yes, and it's only going to get faster when they put that new V8 in there with more horsepower. So there you have it. Well, on a completely different note, you couldn't get more different because we love doing this. Apparently, Honda is looking at getting into the RV business. Now, I'll play Trivia Master for you here, Les. Name another major car manufacturer that was in the RV business for at least a few years, and they had something that was very different from what the industry was offering.
Huh. Mercedes was doing some stuff.
A little bit back, a little bit further.
Further
It was
back.
very futuristic, major car manufacturer.
You mean like the GM motorhome?
Oh yeah, it was had a 455
Yeah,
out of an
that was
Oldsmobile
really
front-wheel
cool.
drive. It was to this day, it's completely different than what's offered,
Yeah.
and now they got out of it. Unfortunately, I would have liked to seen where it would have went if it would have stayed front-wheel drive. Because by that time the 455 was going away, and people still build them, rebuild them, and update them. But over at Honda, they showed this concept. This is a trailer, a very lightweight trailer. It reminds me sort of the teardrop trailers. It's not shaped like that, but the concept is it has an external kitchen, right, and that flips out the back, and it's sort of flip top. It's sort of like the teardrop shaped models, but they're calling it.
It reminds.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of the NASA trailers that the original astronauts came back and decontaminated in.
Oh, the
Very,
Airstreams.
very similar looking, although they were Airstreams.
Yes.
But it looks incredibly practical.
Well,
Just
super lightweight. So the idea is any vehicle can pull it. It's a nice shelter. It's got a lot of windows. It's got a flip up back for the kitchen. It's got a flip up extra bunk on the top. They're calling it the base station prototype. And it delivers a spacious and flexible interior in a very compact format. And it was conceived in California and Ohio by Honda's U.S. R&D team. Would they get into this? I could see Honda doing it. They build a lot of camping-like things. Everyone uses their generators. So I love that they say this follows Honda's signature maximum, machine minimum design philosophy. That to me sounds like a Kraftwerk album from the 70s or 80s. But you're minimizing the footprint of mechanical components, and they say it's very modular. It includes air conditioning, an external shower, external kitchen, running water, an induction cooktop. It's powered by standard lithium battery, inverter, and integrated solar panels. Would they do this? Do you think they would do this?
This is cool. And it sleeps a family of four.
Yeah, I just think it looks
Futon
cool.
couch.
But
Man.
here's the thing: the RV industry is not doing all that well. But the difference is a lot of RVs are built out of styrofoam and light wood and kind of like stapled together. But
Yeah.
this thing, I think, would be, you know, very high end, very high tech. I don't know what they would go for, but I think the appeal would be that this is a quality piece that's not going to be leaking, 6 months after you got it. And it is a new design, a fresh design. I'm excited to see it. I really am. I think it would be interesting. Um, we don't really know how light it is, but the fact that, you know, I'm wondering if it could be towed by cars that have a 1,500-pound rating. That would be,
I'll bet it could be.
yeah. I think it's cool. And of course, they're also into ATVs and side by sides and motorcycles and, outdoorsy things. So it's a good looking vehicle. I'm hoping that they build it. I at least like to see the prototype of it. And, good for them. Good for them. Pretty cool stuff, right?
I like it. And I'm not a camper.
Uh huh.
Um, I like television and a shower and, and my bed and but the fact is I like this and if I were still going to the racetracks and camping out, I this is what I'd
Absolutely.
want.
Yeah, I would rather I'd rather stay in my own type situation, even if
Yep.
it was
Yep.
smaller, than in a who knows what highly priced hotel that you're not sure what the last person was like that used that room
That's right.
or what they were
That's
doing
right.
at it. So
Yeah, well, if you carry a black light with you,
you probably don't want to.
you shouldn't. You just shouldn't. You don't need to know this.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Hey, once again, let's go completely to something completely different.
Why not?
Uh, Interesting article I found from Ty Duffy on CarBuzz, and I thought I've got to bring that up because it's a excuse to show some great pictures of Lincoln Zephyrs V12. This was from Ty. The article was titled "The Last American V12." What killed it? Well, it makes sense. It was World War II that killed it. Although it did
Yep.
last until 1948. That was the last one. And the last series was called the H series and was replaced by the new EL series in 1941 that used a 5.5 liter flathead V8. Beautiful cars. They do look like a 40 Ford in the front, but
They're sleeker though. I have a friend that has one,
mm,
and it is much more aerodynamic than I think most of the cars of the mid to late 40s. Um, Very luxurious inside. The engine is very quiet, but that's because it doesn't make much power actually.
and probably
It
low
didn't have much
RPM.
more. Yeah, it didn't have much more power than the standard flathead Ford V8,
Wow.
but it was smooth.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was a 4.4 liter V12, so small displacement, 110 horsepower less.
Yeah,
Count 'em.
they got up to 130.
Wow. Uh,
Yeah.
it costs $1,320, which was a
Mm.
little under $31,000 in today's money. And you could get several styles. I love the drop top. It's cool. I mean, they're all cool looking, but certainly by the end, by the way, of the run, they had they went from the 4.4 to a 4.8, and they punched it out all the way to a 5-liter V12 with 130 horsepower. You could have put a Coyote in one of these and had a real.
Well, you just shake it to death. But
But elegant car, I love it.
Very.
Makes a statement. And your friends, what year is your friends? Do you remember?
His is about a 46, and it's like that limo type picture that came up a couple shots back.
Mm,
Uh, Lovely car.
yeah,
Again, um, old technology.
I love it with the top down. Looks cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, uh, cool stuff. I love the manufacturer plate too. 1939 manufacturer.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a real piece of automotive history. But basically, World War II killed it, even though they lived on afterwards. But they just thought we can make more power with a lot less cylinders, and that's what we're going to do. So, um, big situation there. Hey, Les, do you want to buy a Bugatti? You can
Uh,
now from Lego.
well, not a Lego Bugatti. I would be more than happy to have a real one. This Lego model is remarkable. I mean, it doesn't look like a crude pile of Legos. It actually has various shapes.
Yes, yes. This is. There are a couple of different models of this. Lego just brought them out. They have the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport and the Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo, which is the orange model. The Pure model, I looked. It is going for about $80, but the larger one, the Gran Turismo, is trading for $495. It has
Ooh.
3,600 parts, and it
Hmm.
is probably an enjoyable thing to put together. Matter of fact, I know a lot of wounded veterans are given these to put together because it's a great way to, just have some fun and get away from your thoughts. These are cool things, though. I've never built one of these very high-end Lego models, but I think it would be fun.
I think it would be fun too. I was given a Formula One engine model kit with 3,200 parts.
Wow.
Um, and the instruction book may as well have been in hieroglyphics. It's almost useless.
Yeah.
And I'm considering. I figure at the rate I'm going, I'll be about 94 when I'm finished. So I mean, it's it's just identifying the parts. It's,
Is this a running model or is this just
no,
like
it's
a Renwall,
stationary.
plastic one you run on a motor?
No, it's
Yeah.
just a stationary model.
Did you ever see those ones that actually run? I thought about
Yeah,
what would that be like? They
there's
sound
I
great.
would love to have one of those. They're actually metal
Yeah.
and they run. Um, I'm sure they're loud.
Yes, they are loud. I've seen and I've actually seen
Yeah,
guys build exhaust systems with mufflers for them. I love that when people go crazy and
I would really love to have one, but I think they cost the better part of $1,000
yes, yes, they do.
just to get it.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, even at $495, that is the cheapest Bugatti you can buy.
It's a little pricey.
Well,
Oh,
we covered a lot. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Cruise Control Motoring. Don't forget to give us a like on all our social media platforms because we really appreciate that and it helps us out. It's time for me to say I'm Fred Staab.
I'm Les Jackson.
We are going to see you down the road.